संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Offering my Sastanga Pranam at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda, I offer my heartfelt namaskar to all of you. We all know about Guru Parampara. It's our tradition that we go through the spiritual practice through the Guru Parampara, the tradition of Gurus. Though the original Guru and the real Guru who gives spiritual initiation or blesses us with mantra or anything is that one God, the Lord Himself. But we have to remember our Gurus. And what is that Guru Parampara? While in puja, when we do the Guru Pranama, we have to raise our hands at the side of our left ears and go on uttering Aim Gurubhyo Namaha, Aim Paramagurubhyo Namaha, Aim Parapara Gurubhyo Namaha, Aim Parameshti Gurubhyo Namaha. Then on the right side, Om Gam Ganeshaya Namaha. On the center of the head, Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishna Namaha. In the Guru Pranama, we have to do that. Now, the founder president of this Ramakrishna Center, the movement of Ramakrishna Center in South Africa, as we all know, is Swami Nischalaanandaji Maharaj. So, Swami Nischalaanandaji Maharaj, when he went to India, when he got initiated in the Ramakrishna order, when he was there in Belur Math by Swami Virajanandaji Maharaj, after that, to get sannyasa, he went to the Vasishtha Guha, where a great realized soul lived. He helped him go through the spiritual practice. Then later on, after some years, he initiated him into sannyasa. So it was none other than Swami Purushottamaananda. Now this Purushottamaanandaji Maharaj was living there in the Vasishtha Gufa. He is none other than the disciple of Swami Brahmanandaji, the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. So now somehow while scoring and surfing in one of our WhatsApp group of the Swamis from India and Belur Math, that is Ramakrishna Sharanam, I got a very old book, e-book. And what is that book about? Let us see. I'm going to give you some glimpses from that book. And who has written that book? Let me take you through that. In the preface of that book, I got it. I stayed for a few months at Allahabad. Then it was called Allahabad. Now it is called Prayagraj. They've changed that name. That is the Triveni Sangam, near Triveni Sangam, Prayagraj, where we heard about the great Kumbh Mela. That is the place. So here this person is telling, I stayed for a few months at Allahabad on the banks of the Ganga in the bungalow of Sri S.N. Kakkar in 1954. Just imagine. Now it is 2025. In 1954, a few people interested in the problems of spiritual life used to meet every day in the evening, and I usually gave a talk which was followed by question and answers. Notes of what was discussed were taken down regularly. As some people feel that these notes will be found useful by sadhakas, they have been revised and collected in the form of this booklet. I offer this little book at the feet of my Guru. Who is his Guru? Sri Maharaj. Like Swami Vivekananda was very respectfully and lovingly called Swamiji. We all call him as Swamiji. Then Swami Brahmanandaji, the Manasaputra, the spiritual son of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Brahmanandaji was called Sri Maharaj. So he is this person is telling, he's my guru. I've been initiated by this guru, Brahmanandaji. So I'm offering this booklet at the feet of my guru, Sri Maharaj, the first president of the Ramakrishna mission. I have added one chapter on my reminiscences of my brief but very fruitful contact with Swami Brahmanandaji. And who has written this book? Swami Purushottomananda, who is the sannyasa guru of Swami Nishchalananda. So, where has he written this preface and signed this preface in this book? Vasishta Gufa, Rishikesh, India, 1954. So now let us go through the reminiscences of Swami Purushottomanandaji Maharaj about his own guru, that is Swami Brahmanandaji. Now he is talking about himself. When I was a student, some 14-year-old, when he was 14 years old, he is telling, I heard the name of Sri Ramakrishna from the lips of the headmaster of our school. From that moment, I began to have a liking and devotion towards Sri Ramakrishna. I began to subscribe to the Prabuddha Bharata. So that was started by Swami Vivekananda himself. The direct disciples were the editors of that Prabuddha Bharata. So he is telling, this 14-year-old boy from Kerala in India, he is telling, I began to subscribe to the Prabuddha Bharata in 1910. Just imagine how many years back. More than 100 years back, I suppose. Now it is 2025. In 1910 or so, I happened to meet Tulsi Maharaj. Who is this Tulsi Maharaj? He was the disciple of Swami Vivekananda, and he was considered to be like a direct disciple. His other name, sannyas name, was Swami Nirmalaanandaji. So I met Tulsi Maharaj, who was invited to Haripad in Kerala. So now there is one ashram. I think that Swamiji, the head of that center, has visited South Africa also. Who is that Swamiji? It is Swami Veerabhadranandaji. He is now head of Haripad. So this is, I am talking about 1910. So where Tulsi Maharaj or Nirmalaanandaji, he took me into his fold and he named me as Bhakta Neelakantha. So I was given the name, though I had a different name given by the family, I was given the name Bhakta Neelakantha. That's why Purushottomanandaji was always fondly called as Bhakta Maharaj, Bhakta Maharaj. He also, Tulsi Maharaj or Nirmalaanandaji also asked me to work and train some boys, some of whom are now the heads of some ashramas here and there. So they have all become heads of some of the ashramas, but to your surprise, nobody of them are alive now, because it is talk of 1910. I have seen all those Swamijis, but Purushottomanandaji I have not seen. But I had been to the Vasishta Gufa recently when I went to India. I went to that Vasishta Gufa also on the bank of Ganga. So now they were all Gananandaji, Mridanandaji, also many, all these boys who were trained by this Swami, or then he was just a boy for 14 years. So they all became sannyasins and head of the centers there in Kerala. Now, he also asked me to work and train some boys, some of whom are now the heads of some ashramas here and there. We had a society at Tiruvalla. So Tiruvallabha, Sri Vallabha, there is a Vishnu temple, famous Vishnu temple. From that name of that place is Tiruvalla. So there is an ashrama there in Tiruvalla too. M.R. Narayana Pillai, then a munisif at Tiruvalla, was a great devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. And at the direction of Tulsi Maharaj, we began to build an ashram, the foundation stone being laid in 1911 by Swami Nirmalaanandaji, that is Tulsi Maharaj, who was invited to Tiruvalla. In 1913, that ashram was opened by him. In the same year, ashram at Haripad was also opened. I was given the charge of ashram at Tiruvalla, and Dr. Challappa, who is now Swami Chit Sukhananda, that of the ashram at Haripad. I have not seen him or not heard about him also. So these are all 1913, 1911. So in 1916, Tulsi Maharaj or Nirmalanandaji wrote to us that he was intending, desiring to take the President Maharaj, that is Swami Brahmanandaji, who was then the President of the Ramakrishna Order or the first President, to Cape Comorin. What is this Cape Comorin? The British called it Cape Comorin, but the real name is Kanyakumari. So this Nirmalanandaji wanted to take Swami Brahmanandaji to the temple of Kanyakumari, that was called by the Britishers Cape Comorin. I was asked to come directly to Alway, another place, to pay my humble respects to Brahmanandaji and also to serve him. So I reached Alway, and one evening the President Maharaj, that is Brahmanandaji, and the party alighted at Alway station. See, now we are talking about, see, Nishchalanandaji, his guru is Purushottamanandaji, this side is Virajanandaji. Virajanandaji's guru is Holy Mother. Holy Mother will go to Ramakrishna. This side, Sannyasa Guru is Swami Purushottamanandaji of Nishchalanandaji. Then Purushottamanandaji's guru is Swami Brahmananda. Brahmananda's guru, it is Ramakrishna. So all the ways, whichever you go, it leads to Sri Ramakrishna. So now, here, President Maharaj alighted, that is Brahmanandaji, at the Alway station. Padmanabhan, Tambi and others had arranged a bungalow. Bungalow means a building for Maharaj for his stay for 2 or 3 days. I have been serving Brahmanandaji for a number of years, but he had never spoken, not a word, about mantra diksha or meditation. But now the words came from his mouth. Now Tulsi Maharaj or Nirmalanandaji is telling, Bhakta, your God is come. See, the great souls, so you should know that this Nirmalanandaji also was not a small personality. He, as a small baby, was taken, when he was born, he was taken by his mother and kept at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna and asked, please accept him. Then Ramakrishna, our master, had told, closed his eyes, looking at the baby, not now. When he grows up, I will accept him. So that is how, even as a baby and as a small child, he was in touch with Sri Ramakrishna, this Swami Nirmalanandaji. So now, he was also a very great soul. So he is telling this Swami Purushottaman, would be Swami Purushottamananda or Bhakta, your God is come. You serve him and you yourself get initiated, yourself initiated. So hearing this, because I didn't know Swami Purushottamanandaji as a small child or of 14 or 15, now he's telling, I didn't know what this initiation and mantra diksha was. I was busy with all kinds of things, for we wanted to see Brahmanandaji Maharaj comfortable. I didn't know anything, so just we thought of he is the Manasaputra of Ramakrishna, my Ishtadevata. So I have to serve him. That's all was in my mind. So I was busy with all kinds of things, for we wanted to see Maharaj and make him comfortable. Whenever I found time, I used to go and sit at his feet. When I looked at him, that is Swami Brahmanandaji, when I looked at him, I was not able to take my eyes away from him. Just to tell about Swami Brahmanandaji, who was like a small child, and Sri Ramakrishna, though he was a grown-up youth at that time, used to treat him like his own son. What was the reason? You may be knowing that when he was in Panchavati, sitting there in Dakshineshwar, Divine Mother Kali herself came. It was not a just vision, it was real. Mother Kali came, brought a small child, kept on the lap of Sri Ramakrishna and told, this is your son. And Ramakrishna was shocked. What is this, mother? I look at all the women as my mother. How can I have a son? Then the Divine Mother told, smiling at Sri Ramakrishna, my dear child, it is not like that. He is your spiritual son, Manasaputra, your spiritual son. Then when that boy, Brahmananda, when he was a small child, a youth, when he came there to meet Sri Ramakrishna for the first time, then he could see, go back to the vision and see that was the same boy. And Ramakrishna used to tell about him. Swami Brahmananda was a playmate. You call now chums or best friends you call. So best friend of whom? Swami Brahmananda, in his earlier birth, he was the best friend of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. The cowherd boy used to play with Lord Krishna as the best friend in Vrindavan. That was Swami Brahmananda in his last birth. He used to tell there were so many Ishvara Kotis who will be coming again and again with avatara to participate in the play of the Lord. So Swami Brahmananda was one of them. Now, this Brahmanandaji was the playmate of Lord Krishna in his last life. And he was a cowherd boy. When he called him, when he came there and asked him, what is your name? He told, my name is Rakhal Chandra Ghosh. Now, what is the meaning of Rakhal? Rakhal means cowherd boy. How everything was corresponding. First time his meeting, Ramakrishna came to know he was the cowherd friend of Sri Krishna in his last life. And his name now in this life is also cowherd boy, Rakhal Chandra Ghosh. So that is Swami Brahmanandaji. Once, when the Divine Mother came to Sri Ramakrishna and she was there, then Ramakrishna used to talk with Divine Mother always, Mother Kali. Oh Mother, you have given only 1/16 of your power to this child, to Swami Brahmananda. 1/16 of your power. So if the whole power of Mother Kali is 1, let us hope. Out of that, she had given 1/16 of her power to Brahmanandaji. And how much did she give to Swami Vivekananda? He could digest the full power of Mother Kali, Swami Vivekananda. So now Swami Brahmanandaji, such a great soul, in his earlier life he was the friend of Lord Krishna, and now he is the Manasuputra of Sri Ramakrishna. After Master gave up his body in Mahasamadhi, later on when the Order Ramakrishna organization was formed, he became the first president. Because though the leader was Swami Vivekananda, once Ramakrishna himself had hinted to Swami Vivekananda, he used to train Vivekananda how to make the order, what is to be done, how should the Ramakrishna order run. Everything was trained by Sri Ramakrishna himself, and he gave all instruction to Swami Vivekananda. Once, while he was talking to Vivekananda about the future formation of this great order, which will be a source, which will be a training ground, which will be a place where all the spiritual aspirants can come and lead their spiritual life, get benefited in spirituality. So when he was giving instructions, he told this Rakhal or Swami Brahmananda has the acumen, the intelligence of a king. He has the intelligence by which he can rule a kingdom like an emperor. That's all he told. Vivekananda could understand. That's why after that he used to call him as Raja. So that's why another name for Brahmanandaji was Raja Maharaj. So because of that, since Ramakrishna had told he has the intelligence like that of a king, Swami Vivekananda, though he founded the Ramakrishna Order organization, collecting the money and doing so much of great sacrifice for that, he didn't become the president of the order. He made Brahmananda as the first president, Raja, because Master had told him he has the acumen, the intelligence of a king. He can rule a kingdom. So now he is sitting at the feet. Swami Purushothamananda as a small boy is now sitting at the feet of this great soul, Swami Brahmananda. I was busy with all kinds of things, for we wanted to see Brahmanandaji comfortable. Whenever I found time, I used to go and sit at his feet. When I looked at him, I was not able to take my eyes away from him. At that time, I could not understand what that attraction was and what what it was that attracted not only my eyes, but my whole body towards that great personality. Swami Brahmananda, Purushottanandaji is telling, he was a fountain of spirituality. He was always in samadhi. What is samadhi? The highest state of yoga, where the Jivatman is merged in Paramatman always. That is called samadhi. So, Brahmanandaji would be always in samadhi. When he would come down from samadhi, he used to see always his lips moving. Constantly he would be doing japa, taking the name of God. His words were few. Swami Brahmanandaji's words were very few. We should know that. Never did he give a public lecture. Only once in his lifetime, when he came to Bangalore, for the first time, he saw more than, just imagine in those days, he saw in Bangalore more than 1,500 people had come to see him. Even when Holy Mother Sharda Devi came to Bangalore, more than 3,000 people had assembled to see Mother. So the moment the mothers, that vehicle entered Bangalore ashram, all those 3,000 people, men and women, generally women do not do Sastanga Pranam, but seeing Mother coming out, alighting out of that phaeton or that horse carriage, Mother was standing on the step of that hackney carriage. When she came out and stood there, whole gathering of all 3,000 people fell flat, Sastanga Pranam. Looking at that, Mother went into very high state, and she, very rarely she used to do, she raised both her hands in benediction. So now, when Brahmanandaji came to Bangalore too, there were more than 1,500 people just to see him. So he gave a public lecture. He was very expert in English. Very expert. Many times the Western ladies, Western lady who had come from America, Swami Brahmanandaji, we used to use special English words. She couldn't understand what it was. Told these words are not there. And she told, go search the dictionary. Later on she used to find that he was an expert, but he would never speak. Now, in Bangalore he gave a public lecture for the first time. Never after that again he gave. So in Belur Mutt, during some special occasion, maybe birthday of Sri Ramakrishna, the trustees and the other devotees, they forced Brahmanandaji to give a public lecture in Belur Mutt. He refused, no, I am not going to, it is not my nature, I am not going to give public lecture. In spite of his refusal, they put his name in the invitation, and the time, all the minutes of the program, it was given on that birthday of Sri Ramakrishna. In that there will be from a public, that presidential address, Swami Brahmananda. Now what to do? Program came, they announced, the MC announced, Swami Brahmananda, presidential address. He stood up and told, Swami Brahmananda, President, Belur Mutt, Howrah. Then he went and sat down. What is that? Presidential address. He told the address of the president, and he never spoke there. That was the thing happened. He would never speak, always immersed in God and thought of God. That's why here Swami Purushottanandaji is telling, he was always in samadhi, immersed in God. He was a fountain of spirituality. When Swami Vivekananda came from the West, and some people wanted to get mantra diksha and spiritual initiation and spiritual instructions, when they went to Vivekananda, he told, after going to the West, I have emptied all my spirituality there. Now my mind has become a little low because of that Western atmosphere. Then what is to be done? Where will we go for initiation? Go to Raja, Swami Brahmananda. Why? He's a spiritual dynamo. Swami Brahmanandaji, about Brahmanandaji, Vivekananda told, he's a spiritual dynamo. So now you see, Purushottanandaji, as a young boy, is telling, he was a fountain of spirituality. He could feel, it was palpable. Always in samadhi, merged in God. His words were few and simple, but full of power. He used to ask me, Bhakta, he used to ask this child, this young boy, Bhakta or Swami Purushottananda, my dear child, what do you want? Ask a boon of me. He was very pleased with him, and that great soul, a Brahmagnani, the Ishvara Koti, the spiritual son of Ramakrishna, is asking the future disciple, this Swami Purushottomananda, what do you want? What do you want? He is asking again and again. When I looked at him eagerly, I was not able to define my want. Sitting at him, all my wants disappeared. I didn't want anything. I didn't have anything to ask. What shall I ask from him? When the great soul is there in front of me, what shall I ask? You may be knowing when Ramakrishna sent Swami Vivekananda to Mother Kali, go and ask money and other things to take care of your wealth and everything, take care of your mother. Your father has passed away and your mother in dire circumstances. Your brothers and sisters are starving. Go and ask Mother Kali. She don't believe in Kali. I will tell her to give you the vision. Go there and you ask. He went there. He had the vision in the Dakshineshwar Kali temple, looking at Mother. He couldn't ask anything. What did he ask? He told Mother, give me renunciation, give me devotion. Give me devotion, give me renunciation, give me discrimination. He came back. Master asked him, did you ask for money and other things for your mother and your family? No, I forgot to. How can I ask? With that divine mother, the empress of the world is standing in front of you. When you are standing in front of the emperor, and if the emperor asks you, what do you want? Will you ask, give me a Karela? Give me a brinjal? Give me a chili? No. You can't ask these petty things. Likewise, Brahmanandaji is asking, you could have given Brahmagnana. You could have given the realization of God. But when you are standing and sitting at his feet, you feel you don't want anything. Brahmanandaji is asking out of mercy, out of compassion, what do you want? What do you want, my child? When I looked at him eagerly, I was not able to define my want. I only requested him. See, what did he request? I only requested him, give me your slippers. Paduka, give me your slippers. He was putting on. He told me, I shall not give you these leather ones. I shall be sending you my slippers, the wooden from Calcutta. The wooden sandals, it is called Kadam. I was using that from this thing. From there I used to send. Another disciple of Brahmanandaji, that was Swami Yatishwaranandaji, who was the guru of now the present Gautamanandaji, most revered Gautamanandaji. So, Yatishwaranandaji also had a pair of wooden slippers of Brahmanandaji, used to pack it and keep. Whenever he used to give spiritual initiation, after that, just like when the most revered Maharaj and Vice President Maharaj come, they touch something on the head after the initiation to the devotees. That is the relics of Sri Ramakrishna and Mother and Swami Vivekananda. Likewise, Yatishwaranandaji had these wooden slippers of Brahmanandaji had covered with cloth and used to touch that to the head of the devotees, his disciples. Now, Brahmanandaji sent his wooden sandals which he was using. The present president at that time, 1911, Swami Shankarananda, was acting as private secretary of Swami Brahmanandaji. He was the secretary at that time. Maharaj asked him not to forget to send the wooden sandals to Purushottomananda, and they were duly sent. You should be noting that was also placed on the head of Swami Nishchalananda. He was having it. I was taking them, Swami Purushottomanandaji is telling, I was taking them wherever I went, and now they are in the ashram of Tiruvalla. I kept them there intentionally for the progress and prosperity of that ashram. At Alve, many people came to pay their respects to Maharaj. He used to avoid talking. He would send them to Nirmalanandaji if they had any questions. He liked that place, especially the view of the river, very much, even though it was raining. From Alve, we left for Kottayam. Mr. Padmanabhan Thambi, the superintendent of police, and M.R. Narayana Pillai, the munsif, and others were with Brahmanandaji. We proceeded to Kottayam by steamboat. Due to the inclemency of the weather, the boat tossed up and down in the storm. We had a restless night because of that storm. We thought the boat might capsize. But we reached Kottayam the next morning, safe and sound. Maharaj, in that storm, when the boat was tossing up and down, he used to say to me, don't be afraid, don't be afraid, I'm here. Don't be afraid, nothing happened. Mr. Thampi had arranged a place for the stay of Maharaj and party. There also many people used to flock to him from many places. After a stay of 2 days, see, you should note that nobody knew, no TV, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no social media at that time. Only means of communication maybe the telegram or the postal cards or post and other thing, post office. Nothing other than that. But people used to flock to come and see him. How? Do you remember what Ramakrishna used to tell? No need of lecturing, no need of going here and there, giving any advertisement that you are a great person. Just create your life, your personality. If the lotus bloom, will the invitation be given to the bees and other insects to come? They come automatically. They will come to know. Whenever the lotus blooms, the bees come automatically. Likewise, when you create a personality and realize God and you have a good character, people will come automatically to you by default. See, it's happening. Nobody gave any invitation. People are flocking to see Swami Brahmanandaji, Purushottanandaji is telling. Now, Maharaj, after a stay of 2 days, Maharaj left for Haripad Ashram by the car with his private secretary and Thampi. On the way, he was received in several places in the old Hindu style with Arati and Deepa. When he reached Haripad, Brahmachari, Chellappa and others were eagerly waiting for him and were ready to receive him in the Vedic fashion with recital of Vedic mantras, music and other paraphernalia. But I heard that Maharaj didn't want all the pomp and show. He exclaimed, what am I going in a marriage procession? Why all this pomp and glory? Am I going in a marriage procession? From Kottayam, I went to Haripad by steamboat with Swami Durganandaji, Bhumanandaji, Yatishwaranandaji. See, the guru of most revered Gautamanandaji is here. Yatishwaranandaji is also here in this part. He was already a sannyasin at that time. Yatishwaranandaji, Brahmachari Gopal and others, they all were there. We reached the ashram latest night. Maharaj was taking rest. And also you should note the famous book Swami our Yatishwaranandaji is written is Meditation and Spiritual Life. We always read that. Now, Maharaj was taking rest. I went and prostrated myself before him and came away slowly. Subramanya Iyer, the manager, had made all arrangements according to the direction of Nirmalanandaji, and Maharaj had a quiet time at the ashram. He liked the place very much. On the next day after his arrival, Brahmanandaji said to me, that is Purushottanananda, Bhakta, because he had given him the name Bhakta Nilakanta. Now Bhakta, Maharaj will kindly initiate you. He will give you spiritual initiation tomorrow. So be ready for the spiritual initiation. Do not take anything at night, means don't take any food. Also in the morning, do not take any food before the initiation. Next morning, Swami Purushottanandaji is telling, I was ready for the initiation. The initiation was to take place inside the shrine. Sri Maharaj, that is Swami Brahmanandaji, had already taken his seat in the shrine. Shankaranandaji Maharaj was attending at the door. The picture is still fresh in my mind. Nirmalanandaji sent for me and Shankaranandaji led me inside the shrine to Swami Brahmananda. What do I see? What do I see? I saw, instead of Brahmanandaji, Lord Dakshinamurti. It's an aspect of, young aspect of Lord Shiva, giving knowledge. So Dakshinamurti Stotra is also there written by, that is a Shiva's aspect. Instead of seeing Brahmanandaji, what did I see? I see Dakshinamurti himself in effulgent dignity and silence to bless me and bless all. I fell down at his feet. After the preliminary rites, the Achamanam we do, sipping the water, Achamanam, etc., he put the sacred mantra into my heart. he put the sacred mantra into my heart. I was rejoiced and rejoiced and felt dhanyoham. Dhanyoham means blessed I am, blessed I am. Placed my humble offerings at his feet and came away quietly, only to forget myself and to sit in the room of Brahmanandaji for hours together in meditation. On the same day, many others were also initiated, including Subramanya Iyer and others. There are so many other reminiscences of Brahmanandaji. I will stop here with the initiation of Swami Purushottomanandaji. So it's very special for us because Swami Purushottomanandaji is the Guru of Swami Nishchalanandaji, and the tradition comes to South Africa. So that's how now the initiation of Purushottomanandaji by none other than the direct disciple Brahmanandaji is very, very important to us. So very in a very special and unique way, I got it just 1 or 2 weeks back. I got this file, that too on the Ramakrishna Sharanam, that group, WhatsApp group, and I very eagerly collected it. It is there. We'll be publishing all the other articles. There are so many other articles. We can publish it in Jyoti and other brochure and other things. We can all publish the writings of Swami Purushottomanandaji. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.